There comes a time when you forget why you even started. I'll never forget my first meeting as a procurement executive with a supplier. For me, it was like one of those moments of illumination. I still remember the desk, the room, funnily enough, not the supplier, and how I felt. I must say the one word that continually comes to mind to describe how I felt was power. Not in a newly minted supervillain kind of way, but power in the sense that for the first time I really felt the tangible ability to make an impact. Look, I'd had a lot of fancy jobs up until that point, marketing for Walt Disney in London, PR for the Mexican beer company Corona, missions for the Los Angeles Trade Airport, launching listed companies, but moving from one side of the table to the other, from being a seller to being a buyer, that was a buzz. You see, procurement 20 years ago was, for the first time, sexy. It was on a new trajectory, its own moonshot. It was a time for firsts. B2B was all the rage, and CEOs and boards were ponying up millions of dollars to build fancy procurement solutions and invest in procurement exchanges. Procurement was coming in from the Wild West and being tamed and urbanised through leverage buying, reverse auctions and blanket contracts. Everything was a first. MBA graduates were like bleary-eyed prospectors rushing for the goldfields to claim their stake on their ambitious careers by making their employers a fortune. I distinctly remember asking one of my classmates at Penn State, "Why are you going into procurement?" They answered, "Because you can save millions of dollars and become a corporate superstar overnight. It's the fastest way to the top." In other words, there's gold in them there hills. This is where my passion for procurement started and has continued. Like the chief cheerleader or Pied Piper, I've been singing procurement's praises ever since. But a lot has happened in the last 20 years, and we need to ask ourselves, are we getting today's graduates and future leaders excited enough to join our ranks and deliver exponential value? Do they see a bright future in our profession? Because now is certainly the time. For the first time in more than 2 decades, a new moonshot opportunity has emerged for our profession. Cognitive procurement is upon us. AI and cognitive and all the tools of Industry 4.0 are going to give us the opportunity to provide a quantum leap in delivered savings, the opportunity to move away from all those back office admin tasks that have been holding us back. Cognitive is going to take away everything we've been whining about, getting us out of the transactional malaise and into the strategic stratosphere. Our role in Industry 4.0 will be to orchestrate, collaborate and negotiate within a complex technology-enabled global supply network. Our future will be enabled, and at the odd times when Watson, our other bots and other technology are all pointing at cross purposes and giving us different answers, we're going to have to step in and use our uniquely human skills to untangle the gridlock of competing interests and to find the pathway forward. You see, the secret to our success in Industry 4.0 lies in something that no AI being can match: our relationships and our ability to leave people feeling like they're special, important, of real value. And that's what makes me think of my mother. As you can tell, I'm so excited about the moonshot opportunities currently available for procurement. I'm personally energised by my work with IBM on Watson, partnering with SAP Ariba to promote Procure with Purpose, and with our own platform, Procurious, growing at 25% per year. With nearly 30,000 members today, we're on track to have 50,000 members by 2020. But of course, in life, nothing is ever perfect. This is my mum. My mother is only 71 and has advanced dementia. We are going through a really hard time right now. Many of you will relate to this story, I'm sure. There are lots of things that my mother can't remember, lots. She can't remember most people's names, what year it is, or how old she is. But surprisingly, she can still remember her feelings at different points in her life. She may not remember people's names, but she can certainly and definitively describe the emotion she associates with that person. It reminds me of that important leadership lesson. People may not remember what you said, but they will always remember how you made them feel. For me, the human element is what makes business interesting, challenging, innovative, rule-breaking, risk-taking, friend-making. For me, the joy of procurement is the personal. It's the unique relationships I create with people, the deals, the secrets, the preferential options that gives me. My relationships are my competitive advantage. Up, down, across the supply chain, it will be the interactions between people that will be the real determinants of success and failure. To prosper in this next industrial revolution, we need to play to our human strengths: collaboration, connection, innovation, influence, the things that only we humans can do. We need to embrace our humanness, our humaneness, and get really connected with our stakeholders, our suppliers, our teams, and our communities. We have developed Procurious for current and future generations of procurers. We want to empower our future procurement and supply chain leaders to change the face of the profession from the inside out. And that's what we're doing here today at our Big Ideas in London. We're enthusing a new generation, putting new things on the table, generating conversation, collaboration, connections. Let's stop worrying about the future and start creating the future we want to live in. Let's embrace cognitive and that all that Industry 4.0 has to offer, and equip ourselves and our teams to really make the difference with the advanced skills that AI cannot, namely the power we have as human beings, the power to connect.